Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
He's throwing for it! Buys time, rolling right. And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Slot man in motion left. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Jukes one defender. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Aguilar, the receiver in motion right. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens leading by 8. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, a run for Henry. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The 49ers will call their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. They send a receiver in motion right. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
A lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8. Setting up to pass. Connects with Bateman. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the 1st.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. That's taken in by Henry. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. And the 49ers add a considerable return onto the interception. They're going to take over inside the red zone. They're at the 15-yard line.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down. But even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
And it's not over yet, football fans. He scores, and now a two-point conversion will force overtime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
One final shot here. It's caught. And he's in for two. Down to their final chance, and they likely force overtime. They're not out of it yet. That conversion successfully tying this game and puts us, of course, on track for overtime.
So much momentum gain, long odds to get those two-point conversions, but now you got to have discipline. We know, we've seen it in playoffs with limited time left. You got to make sure you finish the deal and carry this momentum you've just gained into that extra frame.
This one not close to where it had to go, and this drive is going to begin from the 40. And they'll have great field position, Brock, after the unforced error on the kickoff. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Hey, Alpha, say hi.
Here he is to throw. He put some juice on a deep throw down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Tarvarius Ward picks it off. And the 49ers are out of bounds on the return, so get ready, everybody. We've got some free football on the way. From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Aguilar, the receiver, in motion right. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 3 yards the pickup. Now it's 3rd and 8.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. But let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Motioning the tight end now. Jackson now on 3rd. That's caught for the 1st. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, that's one of those plays when you call it, you expect to get decent yards every time. Seeing it stopped at the line, Man, that's deflating offensively.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Pistol snap to Jackson. And they pick him off again! Dre Greenlaw picks it off. And the 49ers surprise them with the interception and now have a chance to win this game.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. First and 10 coming up. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Offense to the line for second down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be third and long. Here he is to throw. Oh, and he nearly had the interception, but he couldn't reel it in. That's the big overtime play they needed. But still, fourth down coming up. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And this needs to be a good one. They're out and set, first and 10. They send Aguilar in motion left. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
Brings up second and 3 at the 27-yard line.
They motion the tight end over. Second and 3. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So now they have third and short.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the 49ers will go on offense. First and 10 now from the 30. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. So it's second down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Back to the air on second, Purdy. And they pick him off again! Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he makes the Huffs go! It's a touchdown on the pick six! So it ends as a win for the Ravens. And in overtime, it was their defense who actually came up with the heroics, not by making a stop, but by being the ones to score that game-ending touchdown. What an unexpected and exciting way to conclude this incredible ball game. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL